Once again, it is Friday, which means we are talking cars with Gavin and Ciro from overdrivetv.co.za. Now, today we're going to be focusing on two very different cars. First up, the Nissan Micra, and secondly, South Africa's Car of the Year for 2011, the BMW 530d. Gavin, Ciro, good morning, man. Welcome to Expresso.
Thanks very much. Morning
so,
again.
two very different cars, you know, that we're talking about this morning. First up, the Nissan Micra.
Yeah, absolutely, and two very different opinions as well. Well, firstly, the Nissan Micra. I've never seen a car full Ciro with so much rage as this car.
Really?
He's usually quite pragmatic about the way this car was, but this car, honestly, it made him so angry he took up boxing. But yeah, no,
it upset me.
It really did. And I think the main reason being how good the old one was, which we'll get to in a second. But I didn't hate the car completely, the Micra. I just found it committed a more heinous crime than that by being completely forgettable. I think I remember more about the last time I used earbuds than I do about the Nissan Micra when I drove it. It really is just, I mean, look, it's obviously not meant to be a performance or high-end luxury spec car, but it just is characterless and bland and completely forgettable.
Yeah, okay. I think where I really started to dislike this car was comparing it to the old one, which I actually spent a lot of time with as a renter car. So on a holiday, and I mean, you know, I suppose when you're on holiday, the sun's shining and everything's wonderful. But I really have amazing memories of that car. It was a fantastic little car. It didn't let us down once. And the new Micra is not a bad car. It's just it's like Gav says, it's completely forgettable. And there's certain things that I don't like about it. What they've done is the Micra brand was really good, but to make that car again at that spec 7 years later, when you make a new one, you have to spend a lot more money. So you basically have to take the car upmarket and put a new brand in underneath, which is what I think Nissan should have done. Exactly. Because now I really don't like what they've done with the Micra brand.
As Polo have done with the Vivo, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a well-known way of going about it.
About some of the things that you guys didn't like that much in the new one.
Okay. I'm going to start with the seats.
Which is an important part of a car.
Of course, I mean, you spend a lot of time on them.
Exactly, most of the time.
Exactly. I mean, I don't want a racing seat. I don't need a bucket seat. But I kept falling out of the thing around corners. Really? As I'm driving around on a park bench, basically.
Exactly.
And if it wasn't for the seat belt, I think I would have ended up on the passenger seat or out the window. And I mean, it's just the weirdest thing. And I mean, they're not much to look at, but they're flat. They're just flat seats, and you just can't do that in a car.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And I found that also just the handling was a bit, but interesting. They, honestly, it handled like a chip packet in a breeze, I think, which should make it exciting, but it really didn't. No, there was quite a few things wrong. And I mean, also just looks-wise, from the previous model to the new one, it's I just can't believe they've gone that bland.
Now, in my opinion, it doesn't have any looks. I mean, there's no features, there's no sort of lines to talk of, there's nothing to catch your eye, and I don't know, it just sort of looks like a discarded, upturned swimming pool. You know, when you see those outside construction sites, it's just a blob.
I have a theory. I cannot believe that the same company, Nissan, have brought out some wonderful cars. Even recently, I mean, the Nissan Skyline GTR, for instance. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to compare the Micra to the hypercar, the GTR, but I can't help but imagine how awkward it would be at the Christmas party at Nissan if you worked on the Nissan Micra team and you saw the guys who worked on the GTR sitting at the table opposite you, having a whole lot of fun on shooting crossbows of apples off each other's heads or something. I don't know, doing something exciting. But yeah, while you were sitting at the Micra
amazing that the same company makes the same car.
That's pretty much my point.
Sorry, makes two different cars like that.
Great stuff. So clearly you guys are not very impressed with the Nissan Micra.
No, but we do like Nissans in general.
But let's move on. Let's move on quickly. The 2011 Car of the Year, South Africa's Car of the Year, the BMW 530d. Now, I'm sure that's a car in a way different class.
Completely, and I mean, if we could just get politicians to start driving these, you know, these are sensible executive saloons. They're fantastic. Now, it won Car of the Year for a reason. It actually shared those honours for the first time ever with the Polo diesel, the new Polo diesel, and it's easy to see why. You spend a day in the thing, and I guarantee you will be in love. This, you know, start with the engine. It's a 3-litre diesel, but it goes and feels like a V8. Honestly, and it delivers the fuel consumption of something much smaller, like a little 2-litre
even smaller than a 3-litre
or something. Yeah, and I mean that's the miracle of what BMW have managed to do with diesel engineering. And you know, the technology inside, I've got to tell you about this parking system. It uses 4 cameras around the car, and it essentially gives you a bird's eye view while you're parking.
A bird's eye view?
Yeah, and now, when I first saw this on the screen, you get 4 literally different views of the car. When I first saw this on the screen, I thought BMW had made some sort of weird hovercraft that sort of followed you around.
Yeah, exactly.
And then waited for you to park, and then turned on the cameras. No. If you can't park with this, you should just surrender your license, I think.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah,
incredible.
They've made the most amazing tech. I think the new one looks good as well. The old one, that was the Chris Bangle era, which motoring nerds will tell you was probably the worst era.
Chris Bangle was the American head of design at BMW, and he brought in, what did he call it, the burnt...
flame surfacing.
Flame surfacing,
yeah. Everyone else just called it rubbish.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't afford it, you must buy it.
Yeah, they start at about 580, so it's not a cheap exercise. But if you look at, say, its bigger brother, the 7 Series, you're basically saving half your money. Those are close to $1 million, and that is what all our ministers drive. So.
Yeah, exactly. And then just, I mean, the amount of money you save on running costs, and you honestly won't feel like you're driving a diesel, as Ciro was saying. Exactly. And I have driven the Jaguar diesel as well, which was superb, but the BM in every minuscule bits it's better.
Those two cars are actually in the exact same class. And what would you say, Gavin? Would you say which one would you? The Jag diesel or the...
well, you know my feelings on BMWs, so I'd end up going with the Jag. Yeah.
We'll talk about the Jags on some other time. But guys, thank you so much once again for joining us. Lovely. Enjoy your Book Friday.
No, yes, we will indeed. We always do.
So if you have an opinion on either of these cars, either the BMW 530d or even the Nissan Micra, tell us what you think about the Nissan Micra. Do you like it? Don't you like it? And why? Post it on Facebook.